to our reputable professor, Professor Gemma Sarte, to our equally able classmates, good afternoon. I am James De La Cruz, the leader of the second group, and we have prepared this pre-recorded video to present our plan for the business named TEES. Sounds intriguing, right? Let us know more about TEES as we go through this presentation. But for now, let me introduce to you who are with me in composing our best team. First is our secretary, Joyce Kathleen Vargas, our members, Lian Andrea de Guzman, John Zedric Lina, Ira Lindo Mibao, Genara Shanen Nova, Vianney Clara Be, Rosel Romero, Paula Sarampote, and Catherine Valesa. Let us begin with the first section of our business plan, the vision. To be a household name in the apparel industry that brings fashion and style closer to everyone. This is the vision of TEES, and this vision served as our framework in crafting our business plan and will continuously serve as our core as we develop this business. This vision will be reflected as we further on the discussions of the succeeding sections of our business plan. Now, to discuss the second section of our paper, here is Vianney Clara Be.
Section 2 of the business plan is the company description. For its mission statement, TEES shall provide aesthetic and high-quality fashion to the young and young at heart at a very affordable and consumer-friendly price. To achieve its mission, the business established its goals and objectives. TEES intends to expand its business nationwide, bringing quality-based fashion into every home. Specifically, it has the following objectives: to increase sales by 5% to 15% on a quarterly basis, to build brand recognition in the market, to increase target audience through dependable marketing management, to establish another physical store, and to develop additional item of clothing annually. This will be laid into reality by the management team, headed by James De La Cruz as the CEO, alongside her secretary keeping track of everything happening in the business. As seen in this presentation, the management team is divided into departments of finance, operation, and marketing, with employees' respective positions to ensure effectiveness and efficiency in the flow of the business.
Thank you, Vianney. Section 3 of the business plan for TEES is divided into two parts. The first part discusses the main concept of the product, wherein handcrafted designs will be utilized to stylize the t-shirt through heat press printing method. This highlights the creativity, uniqueness, and aesthetics of the product, among the others, without compromising the quality. More than meeting the demands for the basic necessity of clothing, the product also aims to satisfy the desire of a trend-driven yet low-cost fashion style. This product is based on the fact that despite a large proportion of millennials and teenagers identify themselves as indie pop genre fans, products honoring such passion are still considered niche. Now, by this product, the business works towards filling the gap and make merry of the opportunity. On the second part of this section, we explore the different factors considered as the business competitive advantages over other products. First in line is the originality of the designs, which is achieved because, as mentioned before, they will be handcrafted using funky magazine pages. Our prices for the products will also be distinctly customer-friendly. This is without meeting each other halfway, especially in terms of quality. As a proof, an early design and sample of the product is proven to exhibit excellent quality and durability through the years. Fast delivery to the due customers is guaranteed. Lastly, this product ensures to bring the convenience directly to our customers by saving them the time and the resources they'll be needing when they resort to other shops to have their shirts printed. For the next section, here is Genara Shanen Nova.
Section 4, or the customer analysis section, is likewise subdivided into two parts. The first part boils down on the business primary target customers, while the second part presents the important attributes of our product. Target customers serve as one of the important people of the business. TEES' target customer segment is composed of the younger millennials and Generation Z, which ranges in the age of 13 years old to early 30s. The business will appeal to masses of all sexual orientation and gender identities located among Albai's metropolitan districts. Moreover, Marites will accommodate target customers without requiring specific occupation, social class, and education, since clothing is a basic necessity of the humankind, and the business owners believe that fashion is a stuff that all individuals enjoy. Meanwhile, the second part of this section includes the important attributes of the product and services that the business offers. One of the major goals of Marites is to drive customer purchasing decision based on quality, price, and unique offering. The product is secured the high level of dimensional security and quality, since the business will use shirts that have breathability and are comfortable to wear. Aside from objective quality, the product also have subjective quality that can be seen on the shirt's design. The business aims to provide design based on the uniquely and creatively crafted collage magazines and printed materials. The product comes with a customer-friendly price ranging from 169 pesos to 199 pesos. In addition, Marites intend to create a brand that shares the same values and interests with their customers. Customers are encouraged to buy the products due to its outstanding product quality, reasonable pricing, and promising customer warranty and follow-up services, as Marites offers low-cost but distinctive aesthetic pop and independent fashion inspiration that is driven by their nursery of today's generation. That's it for the analysis of customer. For the next section, here is Rosel Romero.
This section presents an analysis of the key competitors of our business. Having enough knowledge about our competitors' products and services is crucial for us, because in the face of strong competition, we have to gain and retain our customers. Table 1 shows the two direct competitors of Marites, Stephen John Vallis Shop and Wild Thrift. The former offers graphic shirts, shorts, and hoodies designed with basketball icons and street aesthetics, with a price ranging from 170 to 260 pesos, while the latter offers printed t-shirts, sweatshirts, pants, and hoodies with random designs, having a price range of 100 to 500 pesos. Both utilize Facebook as their primary platform in marketing their products. Table 2 shows two local businesses indirectly competing with our business, Leaves Closet and Project Peak by Marga. Both of them offer substitute products such as dress, pants, and blouses, mostly for women. Leaves Closet offers their products with a price range of 120 to 250 pesos. Similarly, Project Peak by Marga sells their products at a price of 175 to 230 pesos. Both competitors also utilize online platforms, primarily Facebook, in marketing and promoting their products. Table 3 shows us the position of the business as compared to our key competitors. As to the audience and influence, Mr. Valli's Shop and Project Peak by Marga both had the highest rank, while our business, Marites, had the lowest. Wild Thrift, on the other hand, received the highest performance assessment for style and aesthetics. For the third attribute, the price range, it is again Wild Thrift that has received the highest rating of 5, followed by Marites. For the location, both Mr. Valli's Shop and Wild Thrift had the highest rating, while our business received the lowest. Adding all the scores, Wild Thrift received the highest total score, while Leaves Closet received the lowest. Table 4 provides a summary of the most important points for our business, which are derived from the information on the preceding slide. Listed on the table are our main competitors, their strengths and weaknesses, and our competitive advantage over them. All of our key competitors have an edge over our business when it comes to the audience and influence. Their weakness in general revolves around their high price range and their limited target market. Offering gender-neutral products with original designs at a more affordable price serves as our competitive advantage over our competitors. Analyzing the background of our key competitors does not end by just knowing them, because through that, we open the opportunity of learnings from our competitors. Some key takeaways that we have grasped from analyzing our competitors include: first, all of our competitors do better in terms of the scope of audience and influence, because their businesses are already ahead of us with regards to financial status. Second, being in operations means that they already have a customer base, and that they are continuously attracting potential customers. This gives them a competitive advantage in terms of target market influence. Third, the fact that they are still existing in the industry is one proof that their assets are continuously growing and expanding. Fourth, we can infer that as of this moment, they have already created good customer relationships as they have been in the industry for a period of time that is enough to develop customer satisfaction and loyalty. Based on our competitor profile matrix, most of our competitors utilize different social media platforms in marketing their products. This is something that our business should also adapt to, considering the current situation that our country is facing. Consistent and persuasive market interaction is necessary not just to catch the attention of potential customers, but also to keep up with the competitors in engaging with the same target markets. Convenient customer services and quality products must also be guaranteed against customers in order to capture their trust and, most importantly, give them the satisfaction they sought on the products. Additionally, it is foremost that we do not just engage only with the existing customers, but the consumer market as a whole, as it builds a good market image, thus making more room for new potential customers and a fine public impression. The sixth section shall be discussed by Ms. Paula Sarampote.
Thank you so much, Giselle. Section 6 of the business plan is all about the industry analysis. For the target industry, TEES belongs to the custom t-shirt printing market. Custom t-shirt printing is a digital technique for making personalized clothing products based on the needs of the user. It is reliable, inexpensive, requires little maintenance, and provides convenience and comfort. The connection of the world on the social media and online platform has increased the demand for the custom t-shirts. The global t-shirt printing market was estimated at $3.9 billion in 2021 with a compound annual growth rate of 9.9% predicted from 2022 to 2030. Fans seek to use things with the serious names or images in their daily lives. It is increasing the market's demand. The custom t-shirt industry expanded during the pandemic due to increasing demand from the e-commerce sector. Talking about the industry size, the Philippine garment printing sector is still regarded as having the greatest potential for creating jobs in the country. Rico Philippines President and CEO Eric Sulit said that the local printing industry is incredibly exciting right now as the quality and accessibility of technology continues to grow. According to DTI, the country's garment and textile exports are expected to grow between 10 to 20% this year due to the fast-paced improvements in technology as well as myriad of other variables. Following the trade war between the United States and China, the Philippines is viewed as one of the markets in Southeast Asia that will lead printing growth. More garment makers are relocating to the Philippines to dodge the hefty tariffs imposed by the US on Chinese materials, bolstering the local industry. Trends and future development of this industry is already exponential. Custom t-shirt printing is expected to play a significant influence in current and future fashion trends. End users are increasingly interested in very adaptable custom t-shirt printing in terms of printing kinds of applications. Custom t-shirt printing is an emerging industry gaining popularity among the younger generation since it allows for highly distinctive designs to be applied to t-shirts that reflect an individual's personality. The Philippine garment printing industry has a promising future, especially now that the fourth industrial revolution is underway. For the next section, here is Leon Andrea de Guzman to discuss.
Section 7 of the business plan contains the company's business strategy inclusive of the product attribute map, SWOT analysis, and the competitive advantage of the business. As for the product attribute map, as shown in Exhibit 2, we highlighted two of the most important attributes of our products, which we think would affect the buying decision of our potential customers. The first attribute is the price range, and the second attribute is the style or aesthetics of the product. Trends in the industry indicate that there is a growing popularity of distinctive designs of products among customers, along with affordable alternatives. Therefore, it is through pricing strategy and uniqueness that would best influence how products by different enterprises, including our products, are positioned. Using the scores indicated in the competitor profile matrix, determined are the positions of our competitors compared to TEES. As you can see,
The business has a unique position and has a significant competitive advantage against most of our competitors. However, it is also evident how Mary TEES falls behind one of our competitors, Wildrift, in both attributes. Table 5 provides a SWOT matrix containing the summary of the strengths and weaknesses of the business, the list of potential threats and opportunities, and the plans when internal strengths and weaknesses are combined with external opportunities and threats. The business's strengths are its unique designs, high-quality t-shirt printing method, and its market competitive prices. Combined with opportunities in the industry, like social media advertising, the boom of indie brands, and the emergence of new technology, the business opts to market the products to indie retail-loving customers through social media, ensure the quality of each print and manage customer expectations, and utilize new technology to minimize cost without compromising the quality of the products. Likewise, when combined with threats like the entry of new competitors, fluctuating economy because of the pandemic, and the change in trends and buyer preferences, the business will do its best to differentiate the products in the market, research on demographics of the target market to further penetrate it, and monitor and adjust to market trends and buyer preferences. On the other hand, the weaknesses of the business are its lack of resources, its small distribution channel and market influence, and it being a niche market-oriented business. Combined with the above-mentioned opportunities, the business would utilize and maximize existing resources and technology to fill gaps, take advantage of social media to satiate the issue of market influence and look for channel partners, as well as make the business known to customers of brandless lines. Combined with the threats, we will find potential investors that will help finance the business, look for partner enterprises that will provide their services, and position the business on the niche market to focus the attention. Based on the company's product analysis, product attribute map, and SWOT analysis, deduced are the following competitive advantages of the business. Mary TEES is able to stand out among competitors through its low-cost, original, and trend-driven clothing. We utilize a low-cost economic production process which follows aesthetic fashion trends. The business is able to cater to the demand for unique products that can easily be separated from commercially available clothing because the designs are guaranteed to be authentic creations which cannot be replicated. The price is also market competitive and relatively cheaper as compared to other enterprises who offer similar products. The product also utilizes only high-quality materials and integrates the heat press printing process that ensures durability and longevity of product designs. Additionally, the business opts to establish greater online presence to simultaneously gain market influence and provide a more convenient options for customers who are unable to visit the physical store. Being in the fast fashion industry, Mary TEES also advocates for environmental sustainability through ethical production and aims for reduced environmental impact through its minimalist, easily composted or recycled packaging. That is all for the business strategy. The next person to discuss is James de la Cruz.
Thank you, Lian. The eighth section of our business plan is the operations plan. This section presents the input factors, responsible actors or staffs, production process, output and performance indicators, product delivery and payment, quality control, and potential problems and preventive measures. The input factors are composed of the materials, equipment, and premises that the business needs for its operations, which are shown in the following tables. Table 6 indicates the raw materials, Table 7 displays the equipment, and Table 8 gives the premises. Tables for raw materials and equipment also present the potential suppliers where these input factors will be purchased, as well as backup suppliers in case of constraints experienced in the primary suppliers. The premise that we need for our operations constitute the working area for the production and administrative tasks, as well as the display area for the finished goods. In line with this, Catherine Vales's garage, one of the owners, shall serve as the temporary working and display area of the business. But as soon as the operations of the business accumulate sufficient profit, it will then start to scout for a sufficiently spaced stall within the business target locality, acquisition of which will be through a sales-type lease. For the responsible actors or staff for the overall operations of the business, As a startup plan, the owners will likewise be the persons responsible for the production process, marketing, advertising, selling, accounting, as well as the executive planning. Moving on to the production process, presented is our process flow chart showing a concise procedure on how our product will be produced, starting from the raw material acquisition to drying. Jumping on to a little more detail, step 1 of the production process shall be the acquisition of the raw materials, of which input factors has already been presented a while ago. Step 2, the designs for the prints will be then crafted by collaging funky pages from magazines. Step 3, after polishing the collage, the design will be then scanned to a computer and will be enhanced through photo editing and manipulating software. Step 4, the design will be then printed on a heat transfer paper using an inkjet printer. Step 5, the printed design on the heat transfer paper will be then transferred into the shirt through the heat press machine. Step 6, lastly, let the transferred print design on the shirt dry and it will be ready for selling and/or delivery. Next, the output and performance indicators that will serve as a benchmark to identify the standard quality of the products as well as efficiency of performance and labor include the neatness of the output and how lasting the prints are in the shirts for the former indicator. Whereas in terms of the performance indicator, an estimated 50 units will be ready for display within 7 to 10 business days, applicable to both normal operations and special orders. But in terms of the latter, production to deliver time may still vary depending on circumstances and the production's excess capacity. For product delivery and payment, TEES runs as both a retailer and a wholesaler. Either way customers within target locality wish to purchase, they can check and order its products by either visiting the business address or by tuning in to its official social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. For the mode of payments, cash basis and bank transfers or online payments are available both for retail and wholesale, but installment-based payments and subscription for credit are only applicable for wholesales. Retail buyer can elect between meet up at a place and time fixed by the business or through courier delivery, freight costs of which shall be shouldered by the customer. For bulk purchases, customers may either pick up the ordered items or request delivery, cost shall also be borne by the buyer. Proceeding to the quality control segment of our business plan, performance standards to ensure quality control in the operations and production process shall be implemented through capacity limits, acceptance of special orders only if the production has excess capacity, sanitation, well-coordinated business transactions, and most importantly, regularly seeking of feedback from customers. For the last subsection of this part, the potential problems and preventive measures. First potential problem is the lack of capital and resources, which shall be countered by budgeting, savings, and ultimately lending solutions. Second problem might be the lack of manpower as well as the producer skills that shall be solved through practice and experience, as well as planning ahead, time management, and efficient order tracking strategies. Last potential problem can be the constraints on the schedules of the administrators that can possibly be dealt with by taking on the help of others along with personal and professional management. Tackling the 9th section will be Araline Lumibao.
Thank you, James. Section 9 presents the marketing plan including product, pricing, distribution and sales, and promotion and advertising strategies. Most of the competitors in the clothing industry offer pre-made common designs. Hence, to cater to the increasing demand for unique products, we offer t-shirts printed with original designs with the help of magazine collages and several digital software promoting creativity, resourcefulness, expressiveness, and originality. With regards to product upgrades, this can be applied to the quality of fabric and ink to be used, as well as the printing machine and process. Features such as technical support are irrelevant to our product. The business is named TEES and the minimalist logo is shown on the screen. For the packaging, brown craft paper bags will be used to advocate environmental sustainability and would also incur a minimal cost. The primary target customers are the younger millennials and Generation Z, which are mostly students, so the price would greatly matter. Apart from that, since clothes in general are essential, customers will focus on its quality. A price range of $159 to $199 is already sufficient to cover the expenses and generate a reasonable profit. Likewise, this price is competitive and affordable compared to the $100 to $260 price range from direct competitors and $120 to $250 price range from indirect competitors. Prices may vary due to external factors such as outsourcing costs. For credit terms, customers will be given a credit period of 30 days to pay for the full price and will be given a 2% discount for payment within the first 10 days. If the customer pays beyond the credit period, an amount equal to 10% of the outstanding balance will be charged as interest. But we'd like to take note that credit transactions are only available to bulk purchases. Also, only those customers with 5 repeat purchases are allowed to purchase on credit. This is to test the paying capacity of customers and an act of gratitude for their loyalty. Additionally, for installment sales, a scheduled collection of amounts due will be arranged. The business model would be direct selling and a simple physical store would be put up at Zone 5, Barangay 42, Rawis, Legazpi City for physical distribution to local potential customers. For online customers, the buyer can choose between meet-up and delivery through a preferred courier. They may choose between JNT and LBC Express. They may also specify a courier of their choice, but they would have to shoulder the additional cost it may incur. Also, in terms of payment, they can elect either cash on delivery or through digital payment platforms. We have GCash, BDO, and Palawan Express. For the promotion, products would be advertised through social media platforms. A Facebook page and a connected Instagram store will be created wherein the products will be posted along with promotional short videos. We prefer digital advertising since it can reach a wide range of potential customers without incurring material cost. A minimalist business card will also be placed inside the product packages sold. Likewise, the business has a catchy and easy-to-recognize logo. Flyers can be utilized only in specific circumstances, such as local trade fairs and other similar events. And lastly, word-of-mouth marketing is indispensable. That's it for the marketing plan. Here are Joyce Kathleen Vargas and Catherine Valesa to discuss the next section.
Section 10 discusses the business financial plan, including the investment plan, starting capital plan, projected income analysis, projected expenses analysis, projected financial statements, and financial statement rationale, and the pro forma balance sheet summary. This investment plan section provides an illustration that shows an estimation of the business's investments to set up the business. The business will need to invest 1,418 pesos to purchase multipurpose glue, bond paper, ink, logo stamp, business card paper, and scissors for the supplies. Moreover, a total of 64,720 will be needed to purchase the materials. Under materials are cotton shirts, magazines, and heat transfer paper used to produce the actual product, and paper bags for the packaging. Under the equipment and machinery are the following: a heat transfer machine worth 11,500 pesos, the inkjet printer worth 13,411.20 pesos, and a laptop worth 33,333.33 pesos. These would need a total investment of 58,244.53 pesos sold for the equipment and machinery. The business will also be allocating 14,000 pesos for its setup fees. This includes an annual BIR registration fee, documentary stamp, DTI registration, and other legal fees. To summarize, the business will be investing a total of 138,382.53 in setting up the business. Section 10.2, or the starting capital plan, shows the breakdown of the sources of the starting capital, resulting in a total of 150,000.53 pesos for the funds, all from its owners. Of the 150,000.53 pesos investment, 46,744.53 pesos are non-cash investments, while the remaining 103,256 are cash investments. Presented here will be the planned allocation of the total funds for the first quarter. The company will be allocating 45% of the total funds for fixed cost, 42% for variable cost, and the remaining 13% is a surplus. Based on the projected income analysis, sales less cost of goods sold, the business will earn a gross profit of 31,955.79 pesos from selling 750 shirts for the first quarter. Moreover, from selling 750 shirts in the first quarter, the business expects the number of sales to increase by 12% for the second quarter due to increased market recognition, 5% for the third quarter, and 13% increase based on the preceding quarter for the fourth quarter due to seasonal sales. The projected annual income for the business would be 143,673.21 pesos, all from selling a total of 3,372 shirts for the first year. This slide shows a graph that illustrates the relationship between sales and cost of goods sold as the number of units sold gradually increases in each quarter of the first year. Section 10.4, Projected Expenses Analysis, shows the breakdown of expenses from manufacturing 3,500 shirts and selling 3,372 shirts for the first year. The depreciation expense was computed using the straight line method based on the estimated useful life of the laptop, printer, and the heat transfer machine. Their estimated useful life as well as their remaining useful life were all presented in Section 10.1 Investment Plan. Furthermore, based on the 156.39 pesos rate for the cost of goods manufactured per unit, the business will incur a total of 527,354.79 pesos for the cost of goods sold. Additionally, the business will also be incurring a total of 20,530 for the selling and administrative expenses. Thus, after getting the total of all the costs and expenses incurred for the first 4 quarters, the business projected an annual expense of 547,884.79 pesos. Meanwhile, the first projected financial statement, the budgeted cash flow statement, provides the aggregate data regarding all the cash inflows and outflows that the business made from its operating, investing, and financing activities for the year ended December 31, 2023. Under operating activities, after deducting the total cash outflow from operating activities of 555,995 pesos from the total cash receipts from customer of 613,656, the business will have a net cash flow from the operating activities of 57,661.30 pesos. For investing, the business will have a net cash outflow of 11,500 pesos to acquire the heat press machine. The business will have 103,256 pesos cash receipts from owner contributions for financing. With these figures projected, the business expects an annual net increase in cash of 149,417.30 pesos after deducting the net cash outflow of 11,500 pesos from the total net cash inflow of 160,917.30 pesos. Moreover, the second projected financial statement, the profit or loss statement, presents the summary of the sales, costs, and expenses incurred for the year ended December 31, 2023. After deducting the cost of goods sold and all the other expenses from the total sales, the business expects a budgeted net income of 26,823.29 pesos for the first quarter, 29,379.75 pesos for the second quarter, 31,126.66 pesos for the third quarter, and 35,813.51 for the fourth quarter. With these figures identified, the business expects a total of 123,143.21 pesos budgeted net income for the first year. Based on the formulated profit and loss statement, a graphical representation of the sales, expenses, and the budgeted net income for the first, second, third, and fourth quarters are presented.
To continue, financial statement rationale section explains the purpose of the projected financial statements. In general, it is crucial in a business as it serves as a guide and basis in the decision-making process of all users of information. The three major financial statements are the statement of profit or loss, or the income statement, the statement of financial position, or the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows. Each has a specific purpose that supports the general purpose of all financial statements. As specified, the income statement provides information on the company's financial performance, and the projections in the business plan will indicate how well the company will perform. On the other side, the balance sheet presents the status of the company's assets, liability, and equity, which enables owners to assess its investments and obligations. Lastly, the statement of cash flows presents the cash receipts, cash payments, and the net changes in cash, which guide the owners in assessing cash management and anticipating future deficits. The next part presents the budgeted balance sheet of the business at the end of one calendar year. As mentioned in the rationale, this summarizes the information regarding the company's assets, liabilities, and equity. The company's total asset is equal to 273,143.74 pesos. Out of the total amount, 226,807.21 pesos is current, which includes cash, accounts receivable, and inventory. Meanwhile, 46,336.53 pesos is classified as non-current, which includes all costs of equipment less the accumulated depreciation. In the section of liability and equity, no liability is recorded, while the total equity is 273,143.74. That's all for our financial plan. Let us also provide you Section 11, or the critical risks, that is categorized into two: critical risk in the pre-launch phase and the critical risk in the post-launch phase. This former subsection presents the possible risks that may be encountered before the establishment of the business. One is product risk. This involves the difficulty in identifying the right product to sell and the ability to explain to the consumers the problem it solves and why it is worthy of their money. Next is the market risk, which is the risk of identifying the right target market for the product and addressing their needs while ensuring that the relative market opportunities are being maximized. Another is the financial risk or the funding risk. This is the risk where owners may not be able to find sources of capital that will provide the amount needed by the business. This imposes a high level of risk as no entrepreneurial venture can begin without the availability of the necessary funds. Lastly, supplier risk may also be present in the pre-launch phase. This risk involves the lack of availability of suppliers of the necessary raw materials. Or suppliers may also be available, but they may be located at a distant location, which will entail a high shipping cost. On the other hand, the latter subsection provides the risk after launching the business. One of the leading risks is the volume or the demand risk. This is the risk where the actual demand is below the projected sales volume because there are fewer customers than expected. Another is operations risk, where the operating costs are greater than the budgeted. This creates a high level of risk to the business as the income may not be able to cover the actual cost, which will result in an operating loss for the period. Reputational risk is also present. The customers may not be satisfied with the products during their initial stages, discouraging them from purchasing again. This might also negatively influence the purchasing decision of other possible customers. Lastly, competitors' actions, such as introducing innovations, reducing their prices, and establishing new strategies, may also negatively affect the business operations. These actions will encourage the customers to patronize their products, which will significantly reduce the business sales. That's all for this section. For the next, here is once again Generation and Nova.
Here I am once again to discuss to you the Section 12 of our business plan. Section 12, or the development plan for Mary TEES, emphasizes the tasks that have already been done as well as those that must be finished prior to the company's launch. Presented here are the steps and milestones that have already been completed. The company already had a startup fund attributable to the owner's investment. Mary TEES also completed its raw material supply and machinery preparation by successfully outsourcing the least expensive shared providers and negotiating with qualified suppliers. The management subsequently established an operating plan that is in line with the company's defined goals and strategy. For business purposes, the company also launched a Facebook page, an Instagram account, and a Twitter account. By releasing a teaser for the first collection, the marketing team hopes to increase social media engagement and reach target customer. Mary TEES needs to accomplish its acquisition of the required business licenses and permits by obtaining a business name registration from the Department of Trade and Industry as well as a mayor's permit from the Legazpi City government's Business Permit and Licensing Division. In the meantime, the business shop is situated in one of the proprietor's garage. The business will begin looking for suitable location for the regular shop within the allocated area once the company's operation starts to create considerable profit. The management will set up a monthly review meeting in tracking the growth of the business. After launching the first collection of the merchandise and generating the first batch of sale, the business will evaluate how the target market responds to the product. Mary TEES will assess their business performance and continue to develop their product and services in order to establish brand name recognition. That's all for the development plan of Mary TEES.
Thank you, Janara. You have just witnessed the comprehensive discussion of our business plan. If you want to render some time reading our paper for a more holistic experience of Mary TEES, you can direct to the link written on the comment section on this Google meeting. The actual paper actually contains a 13th section or the executive summary, but we don't need to discuss that anymore as that was just a literal generalization of what all my amazing groupmates have discussed. Now, to close this presentation, let us go back to where it all started, our vision. To be a household name in the apparel industry that brings fashion and style closer to everyone. A business plan is only the start of a long journey for an entrepreneur. Nonetheless, however long that path may be, one thing that group to learned, not just in this activity but to our overall experience in this subject, the entrepreneurial mind, through the aid of our ever-enthusiastic professor, Ma'am Sarte, is the salience of vision. Because this vision is what brings you to your destination. Your vision is your reality. Maybe not instantly, but with the grit and holistic traits of an entrepreneur, everything will make so much sense in your most perfect time. Once again, this is Group 2. Have a nice day ahead.